Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Sarah Darsha. We're here at the Reclaim Honor event happening at the London Muslim Mosque. I want you to come with me and we'll take a closer look at what it is.
We as a community can help one another and set that example for anyone else outside of the Muslim community so that they can say this is what Islam is all about. Look at what the Muslim community is doing in order to address this issue, to set that ideal, to be the exemplar, to be the example so that others can say that we want to walk in their footsteps. This is an innovative way, a creative way of dealing with this problem. Yes, indeed, our faith inspires us, but it inspires us to be exemplars for humanity, with or without faith. Humanity as a whole, regardless of whether they have a faith or not. Because Islam teaches us that it is the exemplary way for human beings to learn how to be human beings at the individual level, at the family level, and at the community level.
Honor starts with you. And as a Muslim, honor starts with me. What can I do as a Muslim at my house, in my home, as a leader in the community, as a brother in faith, somebody who has sisters, somebody who has a mother, somebody who has a daughter? Where can it start? How can I work within the community? We no longer have to apologize because we recognize that yes, even in our community, there are things that we have to fix. We are human, as Sister Maliki has said. How have we contributed to this stereotype? And when I say here we as a community, we as Muslims, because unfortunately, in the wrong misinterpretation or misinterpretation of Islam, we have heard about honor killings and violence that has come from what people perceive as honor. And it has to stop. And it's not just one or two families. I'm sure Sister Maliki can tell you, and Imam Matawakkal, what they hear about, it's just the tip of the iceberg. There's probably so much violence that is happening in our community. And we have to be proactive, like this event today, to make sure that we can find the right ways to stop it. But it does start, I think, with us and with our children.
Okay, Gina, why don't you tell us what is the program about? How is this working?
So essentially this is a campaign, it's a month-long campaign to the Muslim community and to the larger community about starting conversations about gender-based violence. So how can we as a community mobilize and get active and start these conversations within our community?
How the community is going to be involved?
So there's different components. The first component was the launch of this campaign. So we wanted to hold a space where people can engage with the content and with the 4 different themes. And hopefully we're going to be releasing all the themes on our website, so www.reclaimhonor.com. Each week, all the portraits and the pictures that we're taking about that theme will be released onto the website. And hopefully at the end of the campaign, we're going to have a closing event just to conclude the campaign and to reflect on our learnings.
What are those pictures? How is working that?
So essentially the pictures are pictures that we took from our team and within our community, religious leaders, high school students. So we wanted to get a representation of all the Muslim community within London, and these pictures are coupled with statements, and these statements really speak about why it's important, for example, to promote honor, prevent violence, how people's faith or Islam is used as a tool of positive social action, for example, or how do they personally in their lives promote honor, prevent violence, or take steps to address the issue of gender-based violence in their communities.
Okay, and how long you're expecting to have this campaign running?
So hopefully the campaign is launched today, and it's going to be running for 4 weeks. So by the end of the 4 weeks, we'll be wrapping up the campaign, and that'll be hopefully the closing of the campaign. But all the pictures will always be up on the website for people to look at and peruse through at their convenience whenever they like.
The people are going to be able to comment or post things in those pictures?
Good question. So essentially with the pictures, every week we're going to be releasing a graphic. And on that graphic, there's going to be questions where we ask the community and we want them to answer back. So they can tweet at us, Facebook, Instagram, or even email us. And we have a blog blog on our website as well. So these are the ways that we want the community to respond and to talk and communicate with us so we know what they're thinking and we can share it with the larger community as well.
We're going to go for a short break and we'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the show. We're here at the mosque for the Reclaim Honor event. Let's continue.
We are a team of, as mentioned, youth of 30 members from completely diverse backgrounds, ranging from high school students, university students, to post-grads. So mashallah, we come from all areas at all ages together to bring you guys this message. So, what is Reclaim Honor? It is a community-based violence prevention project, and our main hope or goal is to raise awareness on the issue of gender-based violence and family violence. Now, we do want to recognize, and as it was stated earlier, that we do not believe that this is the sole issue in the Muslim or London community. It happens across all religions, all communities, all over the world. But this is something that we want to shed light on because we are aware it is a sensitive and complex issue, but dialogue is one of the first steps in preventing it because it is so important to recognize and understand, as those are the key parts of preventing this violence and taking the steps needed to create a healthy and supportive community.
This is an issue that affects all communities, as was stated before, but we know that when our community is given a task, we know that we have the resilience, the capacities, and the solutions to address it. And this is something that we want to engage with you to create and resolve. So really, as Dr. Munir was saying, the entire purpose is to create peaceful families, peaceful communities. We want to create more harmony within families and our communities. And how we do that is we can better supports and services. And really at the end of the entire process, we really want to represent the London Muslim community as an example for other communities. As Dr. Munir stated, he did it so beautifully, you already covered like half of our presentation, but we really want to be an example for other communities to look to. So how are we, all of us, faith leaders, youth, mothers, parents, coming together to create ideas and support families in any transition or any state that they might be in? So really, in 3 words, our purpose is to understand the issue, understand the complexities, which Dr. Munir was able to do in such a short time, and recognize that these issues do exist. We obviously don't want to silence these issues or hide them. There's a lot of stigmas associated with these issues, but really the way that you can get to healthier communities and families is by addressing them and recognizing them and having dialogue. And lastly, responding as a community, which you guys already are starting to do by simply being here, which we really appreciate. So concerning the name of our project, I know that at the start of our project there was a lot of buzz about the name of Reclaim Honor. Why did you guys name it this? But I think that when we came together as a group, we had really strong intentions as to why we named it. It was really something that represented a positive notion to us. It was something that we wanted to reclaim because we thought that the word honor in and of itself in the media had been represented in such a stigmatizing way. It really reflected Muslim communities in a negative light. And living and coming from Muslim communities, we recognize that our communities are beautiful places. They're places of resilience and activism. And that's something that we wanted to convey. So we named it Reclaim Honor. But throughout this entire process as well is that we are challenging justifications for violence. Any form of violence, this is something that we are challenging. So we want to reflect the beautiful nature of our community, but it's really important to recognize that these issues do exist, and throughout this entire process, we need to challenge them.
We're going to go for a short break, and after this, we'll continue with more from the Reclaim Honor event.
Welcome to the new McMaster Chevrolet. We've recently expanded to serve you better and now offer a 45 minutes or less lube, oil and filter service. Our selection of over 330 new and pre-owned vehicles will give you plenty of choice when selecting your next vehicle. And our team of highly trained GM certified technicians will ensure your vehicle runs smoothly day in and day out. See what all the buzz is about. Make your move to Backmaster today.
Welcome back to the show. We're here at the mosque for the Reclaim Honor event. Let's take a closer look.
We are here to talk about peace inside the house. Peace inside the house is something that we are missing, even though God told us that the purpose of marriage and the purpose of coming together to live in a home is to discover what He mentioned in the Quran in Surah Al-Rum as Sakina. وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنْ خَلَقَ لَكُمْ مِنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا. The purpose of this marriage is that you dwell with peace and tranquility with each other. However, we know that living without peace is not the problem of Muslim families, because I want to make sure that all of us understand the reason we are talking about promoting peace and, preventing violence is not an Islamic problem. It is a problem across the spectrum. You probably have read statistics that every 9 seconds in North America there is a woman who is violently assaulted every 9 seconds. Imagine, since I started speaking until now in North America. And when I looked at statistics, I moved on. I couldn't, not that because I wanted to ignore those statistics, but because I felt that the more I would read, the more upset I will get, and the more I will get away from an academic dealing with this issue in such a short period of time that we have. Here we are coming this afternoon to talk, to converse. And what I'm doing in the 25 minutes is just to, have the mindset to get us started to talk, because someone who may bring an idea in 30 seconds may be more positive than probably my whole 25 speech that I will give before you. I just again want to come to the point that at home we understand that there are many pressures, many challenges, realities, variables. Not all families are similar to each other. Actually, the reality is each family is unique. Each family has its own variables. Each family has its own circumstances, even though we may be living in the same neighborhood. But the accumulation of the different variables, whether it is economic, whether it is psychological, whether it is religious, whether it is world problems, whether it is health problems, whether it is the kind of profession that either the husband or the wife, whether it is education, whether, put these things together and you will find scientifically that each family has a unique set of circumstances that leads to how the interaction within the family is done in a dynamic fashion. Unfortunately, many people deal with their circumstances in a way that is determined by their whims and desires without any wisdom.
Assalamu alaikum. We're here with Dr. Munir Al-Qasim at the Reclaim Honor event. Welcome to the show, Dr. Munir.
Thank you very much for having me.
Dr. Munir, tell me a little bit about why an event like this is important in the London Muslim community.
It's not only important in the Muslim community, it is important, period, because statistics show that a woman is physically abused every 9 seconds. And if we add to that psychological abuse and other forms of abuse, then it becomes an endemic that should attract our attention. And it is very important that the event, Reclaim Honor and Promote Honor, Prevent Violence, is initiated, conducted, and done by youth, meaning that the youth really are feeling that something in the previous generation has gone wrong, and they would like to initiate a solution for that. And they have done it in such a way that they had faith leaders, they had care providers, they had families come and talk about it. So it was very important for me to come forward and touch on this very important community issue that touches all families, and knowing that the family unit is the most important unit in any community, I wanted to contribute by saying something about it.
On the show, we're trying to kind of dispel myths about people have about Muslims. Now, the Reclaim Honor event, how do you think that's going to contribute to that?
Okay. See, people today read very little, but they watch a lot. And this is contributing to a distorted view and image of Islam. And people are looking globally and seeing a world that has gone mad. And, all the violence that is conducted in the name of this peaceful, great religion. And again, I know that somebody who heard me right now say peaceful might have shrugged and said, oh yeah, because people are seeing things, and instead of getting angry at people's reaction towards what they are seeing and hearing about, it is very important that we do something about it in a wise way. And in my speech, I did stress the importance of wisdom that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, had to teach, among other things. So wisdom is very important in dealing with the issue and in dispelling all the myths that are associated with this religion. And as we say, these are myths, and we need to help people get the right picture about reality. Reality usually is covered by a layer of dust, and we are here to remove that layer.
Thank you very much, Dr. Munir.
Most welcome. You're most welcome. Thank you.
We're going to go for a short break, and we'll be back right after this.
Mech Dental is a state-of-the-art dental office offering the very latest in technology. Mech Dental offers a wide variety of dental services in a family-friendly environment, including dental hygiene, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry. Located in London, Ontario at 715 Wellington Road South.
Welcome back to the show. We're here at the Reclaim Honor event. Join us for more. Assalamu alaikum. We're here with Dr. Mohammed Boubaid. Welcome to the show, Dr. Mohammed.
Yeah, thank you very much. Nice to see you again.
Dr. Mohammed, tell us a little bit about the event. Why did we have this event today?
I think that's part of the process of community awareness strategies that has been created by youth. And I think today we're going to really start a community conversation, a community dialogue on issues related to honor-related violence. And I think part of what we are trying to do really to develop some kind of community responses. So the community needs to be part of the solution and not just really to see them as part of the problem. And we're going to open a conversation and discussion and see what, for example, the community think about the whole issue. What, for example, do they think in terms of solutions, and how, for example, this project should go further. And I'm very excited. I see for the first time now, many people are coming here, men, women, youth, and very excited, and hopefully we will come up with some good results.
Why is it important for the Muslim community to come and participate in this event today?
Yeah, as was mentioned at the beginning, family violence is a universal problem. It's not really just within the Muslim community. And I think because we, within the Muslim community, started this campaign, I think maybe 14 years ago, and we have been really continuing engaging the community. So I think it's important for the Muslim community, first of all, to understand what the issue is, but also to recognize and to acknowledge that we have problems like many other communities, like any other communities. And family violence is a very, very complex problem, very dangerous. If we are not going to do something about it, it's going to impact not just the community, family, but also it's going to impact the community and everybody. So I think because of that, it's important that everybody in the community needs to be part of this wonderful initiative.
Talk to me a little bit about the team. So you have a group of youth working together. How do you feel that's beneficial to the Reclaim Honor initiative?
Our role at the Muslim Resource Center for Social Support Integration is to create a safe space. And I think, the uniqueness of this project is really youth-driven project from A to Z. Really meaning they are the one who are define what is the issue, how they want to, how they perceive it, the title of the project, and also really they are the one who has been creating the whole process: community awareness, capacity building, engaging mainstream services. I think it really showed me. I would really see that as a title for the future of our community, led by youth, to address issues that maybe usually in our community we're struggling with, and we don't know what to do about it. So I'm very hopeful, very optimistic, and very fortunate to be part of this youth energy.
Okay, a little bit off topic, Dr. Mohammed. We know you have taken place in a TED Talk in Yemen. So tell me a little bit about that. What was the experience like? And we're very, very proud of you. So tell me a little bit about that.
No, thank you very much for mentioning that. Yes, indeed. January 15, I was in Mukalla, Hadramaut in Yemen. And there was a TEDx talk, TEDx Mukalla. It's very interesting also to see Hadrami and Yemeni youth actually organize everything from A to Z. And I was asked to share my experience, building bridges between different, groups, in particular in the context of family violence prevention and intervention. So I shared my experience, and we were about maybe 16 people. Hopefully, maybe soon it will be on YouTube with translation in 3 languages. So, yeah, it's a very humbling experience.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mohammed.
Thank you very much, and nice to see you again. Thank you.
We're here with Leila Al-Mawi. Welcome to the show, Leila.
Thank you for having me.
Leila, tell me a little bit about why you attended this event today.
This is a very important issue for me, and I feel as a Muslim community, we all need to participate in these events and contribute in forms of either support by coming or the discussions. So this is the second time they hold this event, and I'm really glad that this time around they're having discussion circles, especially with the older generations, especially with the mothers and whatnot. They don't really like the whole concept of speaking up and stuff, so I think it's really great. And if we, push each other nicely, respectfully, I think we can make a difference somehow. And the first step is always talking about these issues. And so gender-based violence, domestic violence doesn't have to happen. It's not necessary. And there are so many different ways of educating ourselves and, just preventing these unfortunate circumstances. So, yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Sarah Darsha. We'll see you next time.